If you are a regular subscriber, you will know exactly where I am right now. So in case you're new to this, I am up at what I call the station, which is, oh, those dogs. We'll go somewhere quieter. Dogs, chickens, birds tweeting, cows there, sheep there. So I'm up at the station, which is where my son lives with his mom and her partner and their daughter. I get on really well with all of them, all great people, and so I've come up. Usually I pick my son up for the weekend and take him down. It's a 3-hour drive away, but just the way it works out this weekend, my son has like an athletics event and that kind of thing. Can you hear that chicken? That cock-a-doodle-doodling do thing. Anyway, my father and myself have come up here and we're basically spending a day and a half up here instead. I think around about a month ago, 6 weeks, something like that, I was up here and I showed you some little yellow chicks inside. They had just been sort of incubated out of their shells, and so they were inside. They were nice and little and yellow and kind of fluffy looking. They've really grown. They're outside now. Take a look at this. What I find interesting about up here is that it's very close to being in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there's this house here, there's another house maybe about a few hundred yards down that way, and then the next house is, I don't know, like a mile up that way. Like it is just this, what you see here, that is it. Now I live in a very small village. It's maybe about 1,000 people, something like that. I live right on the road. There's cars going past the front of my window just all day long. But when you come up here, there's something natural, primal, just fundamental to the quietness, the stillness. I mean, there's noise, there's chickens cock-a-doodle-doing, there's cows mooing, there's sheep making whatever noises sheep make, dogs barking, birds tweeting, but the sounds here are all very natural. They're not disturbing. Now I'll be honest here, this video is going to contain no jet-powered skateboards, or titanium, or tumbling, or water jet cutting, or manufacturing, or any of that kind of stuff. This is just this. I'm up here for the weekend, specifically planned to have time off from work or any sort of that kind of thing. I don't have anything to show you. I don't have any titanium stuff or anything like that. I mean, I've got things like this. Cows. Oh, and Jack. Hi, Jack. He's good at peeing, that dog. You need another one. You've only got one. That's on the wrong foot. Can't find the other. That's the microphone. Yeah. You're probably getting a lot of wind noise right now because I've got my old microphone on. This one here. That one. The new one is powered and it's got a dead cat, big fluffy thing to stop the wind, and it works really, really well, but got to make do with this just now. Now I have another camera down here right now. It's doing a time lapse of like the clouds coming over the hill. You know those fancy time lapse sequences I do with music? Yeah, that kind of thing. So I've got to... I think those calves aren't going to care too much. They're going to run away from me. I don't know anything about cows. Hello, cow. Okay, so we just started putting this together. We got a couple of pieces on it, and it's not the best quality. It's not as good as the other cart that I've shown you in previous videos. It looks the same on the outside on the box, but maybe it's got to go back to the shop. You know, I think I'll give you a little bit of philosophy. Not general philosophy, not highbrow philosophy, just a few things I do in the way I live my life. One thing I don't do is that I don't complain about other people with other people. Like, I might go, ah, damn, this business said they were going to do this and they never, that's so annoying, or you know, this person said they were going to do that but they never did it, how frustrating. I don't complain. You know when two people get together and they complain about a third person, or they complain about a group of people, or they, like a colleague or a friend or anything, like, I don't do that. Like, someone else might do that with me. They might complain, I might nod, I won't agree likely, I might go, oh, I understand what you're saying, I hear what you're saying, but I'll never join in, ever. Not only that, but typically I will find something to say. I'll be like, oh, I understand what you're saying about such and such, but he's really good at XYZ. Like, I'll try to defend the person. Doesn't matter who it is, I try to defend the person, not feed flames or add to the fire. Now truthfully, this makes me unpopular, it really does. Most people are criticisers and complainers. Even the people who think they aren't, they typically are. And you only really learn this when you stop doing it yourself. And when I stopped doing this, you know, I wasn't always like that. Like a number of years ago, I think 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, I really made a concerted effort not to do that, and it's still an ongoing effort. But you realise how much people complain. People just complain about other people, about things all the time. It is unbelievable. Like, I really feel like I am out on my own, and I am out on my own pretty much, and it really does make you unpopular. Like, you'll meet a person, they'll have a bit of a complaining session and you won't say anything, or you'll, you know, back up the person they're complaining about, and so they learn pretty quickly that you're not the person that they can come to and whinge and complain about others. And like I said, because of that, it makes you unpopular, it really does, but I'm okay with that. Another thing is that I listen way more than I talk. Now you wouldn't think that because I'm talking to you this entire video, and I've done that for over 200 videos in a row, you know, a video every day. And so you see me talking to you and not listening. There'd be no point if I just sat here and just listened like this. This is a one-way conversation. I can talk to you, you can reply to me in the comments, but that's it. So what you get from me is not how I typically behave in everyday life. I listen way more than I talk. And closely related to that is when I do talk, I'm definitely not opinionated. I don't have these strong opinions that I just have to let other people know and hear and things like that. I will listen to people talking, I will nod, I'll hear what they have to say. I might completely disagree, but I want to hear what they have to say. I want to understand it. I don't need to tell them what my opinion is. I don't need them to hear what my opinion is. I like the easy approach to life. I like the laid back. The way I am on camera, I believe, is pretty much how I am in real life. I think so, at least. Actually, you know what? I have a lot more of those kind of things. If you want to hear more of those kind of things, and I'm quite happy to share them with you, then let me know in the comments and I will share more with you. But if you just want to see more jet-powered skateboards and things like that, I'm okay with that. I want to give you what you'd like to see. Recently, I've been thinking a lot about life and where I'm going and what I'm trying to do and what I want and what I don't want, and I've been putting more focus on finding that and really sort of getting to the core. And so I've got a quote for you today that ties in very well with that. It's by Ben Stein, and he said, "The indispensable first step to getting the things you want out of life is this: decide what you want."